And honestly, we have a lot to talk about today. So now it's time, everybody, to get into it. Come on. So the very first thing I want to talk about here is leave Britney the fuck alone. That's probably too early for YouTube. Leave Britney alone, everybody. Leave Britney alone. That's all I can say, because Britney, everybody, she came forward today and she was talking about her career, what she's been doing, where she's going. And this 42-year-old singer said, hey, everybody, in this lengthy Instagram post, because she loves doing Instagram posts. We know that we talk about her with their knives, her with their belly shirts, her with, I don't know what's going on there some days. Britney, Sabrina will be your friend. We've had this conversation before. You need a friend, call Sabrina up. She'll take care of you. She's there for you. She's waiting for you. It'll be great. But she came forward. She says, I will never return to the music industry. I will never! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. And when I write songs, I write them for fun, or I write it for other people. For those who think that I'm going to come back, it's not going to happen. Read my book. And the people that say I didn't write that, I wrote that book. But she said she is done with this industry. She said she's written over 20 songs for other people in the past 2 years. Now she's becoming a ghostwriter. And honestly, she says that she enjoys it that way. So for her right now, her being on stage, being Britney Spears, hanging out with that snake like Chris Panico likes, she said she's done. And I honestly, I don't actually think this is a lie. I mean, for somebody like her, what she's gone through in the past few years and how she's been treated by her family, by her fans, people have been crying to help her out. Like, it's got to be tough to be Britney Spears. Like, I guess it's got to be fantastic to be Britney Spears. It has to be a fucking great thing. I would love to be Britney Spears. You know what? I'll take that any day. But at the end of the day, she's gone through so much hardship and so much shit. Maybe she just needs to step away for a long time. And the memoir has done very well. We're getting a part 2. And her last album came out, Glory, back in 2016. So maybe Britney needs some time to relax and step away from the limelight and just be Britney. Figure out who Britney is again. Find herself. Take a moment. Take a breath, Britney. Breathe. And, still be creative. That's great. But is this real? Is she going to step away? That's the question I'm going to send out to my guests tonight, because that's the biggest thing. It's a discussion piece. Let's do this. Ron, what do you think about this, Ron? Do you think that Britney Spears is done? Do you think that she can step away? Or do you think that this will last maybe, a couple of years and she'll be back on stage, doing her whole thing again and kicking some ass and be the performer that she's always been destined to be?
I actually think that this is it. She's done. I read her book, and she had a lot to say about her family. And she was tortured in the last 13 years. And I can only imagine, if I was doing a gig, a show, and it ended, and I'd be so relieved. And then if they wanted me to come back and do something else, I don't know if I'd want to go back. And hers is, magnified by a million.
Yeah.
I say good for her. Why not be a ghostwriter? That's great. That's fantastic. I love that. But, yeah, I think I'll miss her. I do enjoy her. But I think it's about time for her, and she's got to stand up for herself.
Do you think that just all the pressure of everything, Ron, just kind of set her off? Like, she's like, I think that's what it is. Like, you listened, read the whole book. So do you think that this is really after reading that, do you think that's the statement she was putting forward in there?
Well, I had it read to me on Audible, but it was the same thing.
I love it.
On
Spotify.
I think she's done. She's just done. The things she talks about of the industry, but playing it safe too, were just the way she was treated with just everything. And like she would say, at one point she was the hottest woman in the world as far as talent. I mean, and the things that were happening to her and what people were doing, I couldn't believe it. Madonna would never let that happen. And it's just, she's been taken advantage of. She has supported way too many people in her career.
Yeah, I feel so bad for her, Ron. I feel like that. What do you do when you're a kid like that too, and you get wrapped into that world?
And then the stuff with Justin Timberlake. Whoa.
Oh, that stuff too. And that was a lot that she put up the whole abortion thing and how she cried and he didn't care. There's a lot of heavy stuff that she carried around with her for all these years. And you're Britney Spears, you can't get away from it. You're always out there. So people are going to expect to know your life story. And that's got to be a hard thing. It's got to be take a toll on you. But she was 15 years old when she started something like that. Yeah. So, I mean, I honestly, I do agree with you. I think this actually might be real. I think she might be done. Sabrina, what do you think? You hear this too? Do you think that Britney Spears is a person that could be done? Or do you think that overall her love for music will bring her back and it will overpower all the negativity that she's had in her life for her whole career so far?
Okay, so I mean, she's had like 9 albums, and of those 9 albums, I think she co-wrote, not wrote, like 4 songs. So I don't know what she's currently ghostwriting. Not trying to be an asshole. I love
I
Britney, and
like
I would love for
ghostwriter,
people
Sabrina.
to.
Look at that. Look at that. Look
I
at that
would love for
comment.
people. I would love for people to leave her alone, like Nicolas Cage. I know. It's like, I put that up specifically for my speech. Um, no, so I mean, I don't know, like, and to say that you're a ghostwriter for I mean, I could say, like, right now, I could say I'm a ghostwriter for 30 songs right now. Who the fuck's ghostwriter means my name's not on it, so who the fuck knows? Oh yeah, I wrote 20 songs last year. And again, not trying to be an asshole. I really like her. I think people have tortured her. I think she's had a very tortured life. Her family's a bunch of assholes. Every man who she has gotten near has used her. And I have a lot of compassion for her. And like Brian said, girl, I will meet me at Starbucks. Okay, let's hang out. Um, so I feel like she is very scarred, but I feel like she is also, because she is very scarred. Ooh, hot picture. Um, she has this need for attention, like her Instagram, where she's half naked, dancing with knives and doing weird shit and on a stripper pole and a thigh guy. It's like, you don't need to do that, girl. You don't, everyone is like, and any man, like between the ages of 15 and 40 has masturbated to you many fucking times. So we don't
True
need
story.
this, what you're doing now. Like, it's totally fine. It's happened. And a lot of women too, by the way. Um, so
Happy Friday, everybody.
I don't think, well, Ron, I mean, come on. I don't, but there is this obvious need for attention because her fucking, life has been fucked up and shitty, and that's
Yeah.
how she feels good about herself. And that's totally normal and common, and I totally understand that. So I think that there is a chance that maybe 5 years that they're like, can you do this Grammy performance with freaking Cindy Lauper and some new up and coming Olivia Rodrigo or something, and she might be like, okay, I'll, for whatever, I'm sure they'll offer a pretty penny, and she'll probably be like, okay, I'll do this one thing. Like, I don't think she's gonna go out and make an album. I don't think she's gonna tour. I think she's done with that. I agree with you guys on that, but um I just feel like there's a chance because of that need for attention and satisfaction, or adoration of others, that she may do that. Although she does, get that on Instagram every day. So I don't know, but I think that what happened to her was criminal. I think her family should be in fucking jail. And I think that she is a tortured soul and was not dealt a very good hand. However, I think that now that she's alone, hopefully she can focus on herself and come out on top and not fall prey to another giant douchebag trying to take her money.
Isn't the best for her. And the fact that, again, yeah, maybe there's a promise like that, Spring, where they bring her back, and that happened with Madonna for years too. It's happened with Michael Jackson.
She's definitely still paying support. I'm sorry, Brandon. I mean, Queen asked if she was paying support to K-Fed. Yes, she is. She absolutely is.
Oh yeah, they have kids together. That money's still happening. She's
I think they live in Hawaii now.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at you, Ron. Get it.
And the youngest will be 18 next year.
I love that. That's great. I feel bad for her, though, everything she's gone through. Jordan, do you feel bad for Britney? Do you think that this is the end of the Spears movement? Do you think that after this whole career, what she's gone down between her parents, her toxic relationships, people trying to take advantage of her, I think in a lot of ways, Jordan, I think she's still a child in an adult's body in a lot of ways, because she never got a chance to grow up just like Michael Jackson did. Do you think that enough of that has swayed her from the business that she will step away? Or do you think, like Sabrina said, something like an Oscar performance or a Grammy thing or something like that will bring her back to the limelight and make her do more projects? Because her agents say it's not done too, but she says it's done. How do you feel, Jordan?
Well, I think she is kind of done, but I don't blame her. I mean, what she went through was horrific. Her family, like Sabrina said, her family is trash. The way they treated her, and I sometimes agree with you, Brian. I think she is like a kid still in an adult's body. But then you look at certain things like Christina Aguilera. She's doing the residency in Las Vegas. I could see her one day maybe doing a residency in Vegas. Like
she already did one. She did before. Yeah, she did that shit first.
Yeah.
Oh,
she was
that's
first.
Right. That's right.
Chris Nico saw him.
I think it might pull her back. I mean, when you're an entertainer, you're always an entertainer. But like I said, she's been through a lot, and I think maybe she just wants to relax and just sit on a beach and just live her life.
I think she needs to get her head on straight, Jordan. I think, like, have you seen those Instagram posts at all? I feel like she just needs
Yeah.
she just needs time. Don't you think she just needs some time just to like figure out who she is? Like, you've been like live in this industry, but you've been told over and over again who you are. That's just what it is.
Well, that's half the problem. It's like, stop posting your shit with your fake knives, half naked, throwing your knives around. I mean,
that's
just
her
her
thing, dude.
lashing out. That's her lashing out. I think. I think she's lashed out.
Leave that
My
alone.
favorite part, though, is there's always in the background, the couch pillows are always like fucked up and strewn about. There's like a shirt on top of a lamp. I'm like, when has the housekeeper been here since? Like, I don't understand what's going on. There's like always trash on the floor around her, and she's like doing some like weird, like interpretive dance situation.
I clean my house
whipping
myself.
Her hair around. She doesn't clean her house herself. Come on, she's a billionaire. Let's not be ridiculous.
Yeah.
But every time, like, could we not just tighten up the background before we did the video? Like, it drives me nuts. I have OCD. Every time I'm
she's
like,
I got money. I don't care.
I don't need that shit.
Like 2 knives, 1 whip. I'm like, damn, girl, get it.
I just think that, again, like we're saying, that she's just been beat up with this industry. And we've talked about that multiple times in the show about like what it is to be a performer and what it means to go through the Hollywood system, especially the music system. They get fucking smashed. When you come out into this industry as a child and you become an adult in it and you grow and you thrive through it, you have to like deal with like giving up your childhood. And your childhood becomes something totally different. It's like a work childhood. And I think that really affects people. Like Michael Jackson, even though people will hate Michael Jackson, love him, they'll go back and forth about it. Macaulay Culkin said it best. He's like, I just think when I got big, he realized what I could go through as a child actor and where I could go. And he went through it as a musician. He would just wanted to help me deal with it because no one knows it best than a child that actually goes through it and has to deal with their parents taking their money, taking care of their power and controlling their life.
They made a whole law, like the Coogan law. Like, I mean, like so that parents can't just profit off of the fruits of their children's labor. Because that's what was happening for a long time. And like with Britney, well, unfortunately, it didn't fall in the same way. First of all, because it was music, but then like the father got the conservatorship over her. So like he basically was living off of her money and giving her an allowance. She was like a multimillionaire and she'd be like, can I have $5 to get a Starbucks?
Please.
Like that's fucked up. You know what I mean? And then like also like someone said, I think it was Richard Tracy said her parents didn't make her get married twice. And you're absolutely right. However, when you are like treated like not a person, like a robot, like you do this, you do that, and you make money, you do this for me. Like she wants somebody to love her. She wants somebody to care about her. She wants someone to let her make decisions, to make her feel special, And so that is, I think, what led to, her romantic situations that didn't work out because she was so starved for attention and carves attention. That's actually very good, Zach. That she wound up making bad decisions, and like people who were abused much less than her do the same thing. So I do not fault her for that at all. Someone treats you the right way, says the right thing at the right time. All of a sudden you're like, that's exactly what I need in this moment in time. And then there you are. And someone who is in that position and can be like, hey, let's go get married in Paris. I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, I'm not saying that she did. I don't know where she got married, but I'm just saying like it's
anywhere.
It's a different situation,
private excursion out somewhere. Yeah, it's different. But overall, Britney has to cope with her whole life, and she has been trying to figure it out. And I think that her videos are her just being like, hey, I don't know who I'm at, where I'm at, who I am. I'll figure it out. And I think that what she says here has some merit behind it. I think that she has been dealt a raw hand as a performer, and she has been a sex symbol for a long time since she was a kid. And it's hard to get past that. It's hard to find your way. And I think that for her to do that, after this last relationship especially, I think it's time for her to heal, step back, and figure it out. And I think there's some truth to this. Maybe she'll come back one day. She might. But honestly, I think that she will be gone for a long time. Hopefully, right, Ron? Hopefully she comes back, Britney. Leave Britney alone.
Yo, player, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the pep star needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.